Yo guys, what's up? Okay. Let's play some Hands of the Gods. I don't know where we ended up last time. So let's check this out. Okay. Seems we are updating a little bit. So that was the deck with the zombies. That was the one which was pretty good, right? Reach your strike, usually 1.5 damage, in this case it's 1 damage, but you usually use it only for killing him. Like, finishing blow, but then you get the zombie. That's pretty cool. Bombats, yeah okay, we weren't that convinced about him, but once only one other friendly minion dies is perfect. Ah, that was this all elix, ah yeah, right. So we said she has to be at least 3-4, but she might also be nearly 3-4. Bloodbond, that was simply for the combination, that you basically create a zombie, and then we can basically play Bloodbond, but it is only for this combination. Then we have Xbalanque. He's just 1 damage AoE, so can be sometimes good if... I mean, he's 2-3 range, right? Or 2-2 after the AoE. And that's usually 2 mana in the card. So you pay 1 mana for 1 mana for 1 damage AoE, that's pretty good. Or everything from your opponent cannot do range. Caprakan was super strong, it's 4 mana 2-7 and Smasher Dasher. Gladiator, oh yeah, we said, yeah, that was pretty sick. If you play Gladiator, then we can hero power every turn. Raise the Grave, that was basically a combination that you play 2 mana zombies, 3 mana Bloodbond, 4 mana Raise the Grave into GG. Then we have this, okay, that was not that clear what we want to do with him. We have this guy, okay. There's Kukulkan, Blight of course. Yeah, Blight extremely strong of course. We can also combine Blight into Raise the Grave, that's usually also GG. And yeah, Chark, okay. Yeah, that's kind of, Kukulkan. Yeah, okay, that's like also after you played zombies, decay, gives you a zombie and fire giant. Yeah, interesting. And then there was Egyptian power. Yeah, good. So these are the 2 decks we are working on at the moment, so let's see how this goes. Is the screen okay? You can see everything, right? Okay, looks good. Nobody wants to play. I think that's not bad, it's like a little bit holiday for the brain because, I mean, yeah.
Rise and obey the
There was a lot of spell tile action today. Okay, so we are second to act. But even going second, we could... Okay, of course not this one. I think we coin 3 into 3. So we don't want 3. Yeah. So he plays something, we play zombie. We play Bloodbond. Not too bad. Or we coin out all elixirs, but then we don't need Bloodbond. Hey, this Bloodbond, I'm really not sure about that. So if we coin all elixirs, we can go directly into Xbalang. Is that correct or not? Well, we don't need really Xbalang if we... it's weird. Maybe we could keep it like this and see what happens. Because then we can either zombie into Bloodbond into something, or we can... Oh, it's Odin. Yeah, okay, then he rushes anyways. Okay, and then he also deals ping damage. So we could now play a zombie. But then the Bloodbond, yeah, okay, I mean he has these little dudes. But if he coin into Oryx, if he kills her, that's really not cool for us. And he has all these small things, and if he kills her, we don't have anything to do. So maybe we should really deploy a zombie. Yeah, okay. I mean, we would like to check out what we face next time, I'm pretty sure. Before we do the mulligan, it's important. Oh, he's rank 1. Hey, this matchmaking system is really not good. I mean, why would we face rank 1? I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, the idea is that we probably don't play Bloodbond because, I mean, we could play Bloodbond, depends on what he plays, of course, but probably not. All elixirs is problematic because, yeah, he has a lot of small stuff. So they trade also, but that's good because that means 1 less damage on our headquarter. And yeah, so with the Gladiator we get hero powers for free, that's pretty good. I mean, again, this is nonsense because he just kills her. This is nonsense. Sabrakan, on the enemy's turn deal 2 damage to agility whenever a card is played, so it's like 4 mana 2/7, it's very resistant. So maybe we could play him, or we play Gladiator and get a lot of free stuff. But this is already, it's definitely a 4 mana, no matter what it is, so it's either Sabrakan or Gladiator. I'm feeling like Gladiator. But where does the zombie spawn then? No, actually I'm not feeling like Gladiator because the zombies are just like dying immediately. So maybe I'm feeling like Sabrakan. Sabrakan has 7 health and 2 attack. It should be the perfect answer on his stuff. Usually for 4 mana you get 5/5 and he is like, was let's say 3/7. Yeah. Okay, carry a behemoth. It seems that we are getting just rushed down. But yeah, let's see. So let's go here and kill the range unit, that's pretty clear. Yeah, okay. So, a Gladiator. Yes. I think that's very good. And since everything can get targeted anyways, we should probably just distribute him wherever. Maybe even into the front. I'm not sure whether he has AoE on columns or not, but I don't think so. Okay, this could be eaten by the horse. Yeah, I'm not really sure, maybe if we just place him here. That was a mistake, my friend. Bam, bam. That was like super bad. This guy just killed 2 guys for free. For free. They just got killed for free. That was like super bad. Oh, what is that? Okay. Wow, that was like super bad. He didn't lose only two mana in minions, but he also lost 2 damage on the mayhem. Like super bad. He lost like 4 mana and stuff. What is this? Add a Caldera to your hand and do the that is the OP stuff. It's like for 3 mana and then he can play this for 1 mana. It's like for 4 mana he gets 5, 6 and range. That's like 5, 6 in range. For 4 mana that's completely OP. It's completely busted, guys. So what is this? Okay, this kills it in. 2 hives. What were hives? The hives are somewhat dealing damage, I think. But yeah, we will see about this. So this guy... Okay, 1, 2, 3. So if this guy goes here and kills this, we can kill the other one as well. Looks good. So let's do this. 1 damage. And this guy goes here. This is range, so it's super important to kill it. Ah, when Skadi is in play, so he loses the ability if he goes out of play, I see. So, for free, that's good. For free, need ability. No, Storm is still 30, and what are these doing? Can be deployed anywhere at the battlefield at the start of your turn, deal wall damage to all adjacent units. So if this guy is adjacent to any of those, he will take damage. And this guy cannot reach this. Yeah, monsieur. Boom! Gladiator strike back. The carrier behemoth has to die. We will also make an analysis on the carrier behemoth, but we will do it in time. So Armus and Crab, if he is not badly dealt with, that's 5 damage. Spawn do, okay, this is probably 3, I see. But it will just die for free because of the hives. Well, the hives are so good if you play the hives here and here. It basically blocks his entire summoning zone. He cannot summon anything without the hives dealing damage to him. These hives will also deal damage to this guy. 1 damage, 2 damage. So Behemoth will already go to 4 unless he does something. And this guy can fly 2. Oh, we should have placed this guy here so that we could have shot this guy. That was bad. But they will die now. And then he deals a little bit of damage, I see. What the hives, look at this. Hey, what? Boom! And the other hive. Boom! The hives are serious business. They mean serious business. So, what is this? To all adjacent units, so also to all zombies. Ach so. To all adjacent units. So we should not go near to the hives. But we probably need to do this. Eins, zwei, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, we should block this guy here. Moving this here. 5. Whatever. So we basically caught this carrier behemoth, if you want to say so. But yeah, so he cannot attack this core because this is blocking, but he can deal 3 damage with backstab or something, but that should be fine. So now this guy, did you see that? Bam, 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 bam. 2 and 4. 2 and 4. Did you see that? 2 here and 2 here. Okay, so he does this, sure. So they are now... What? 9. What? It deals damage to his own. Ach so. So this is 4, this is 5, this is 5. So now he also needs to kind of prevent lethal a little bit. I think as long as we have more than 3 life, our stone is okay. But we should definitely not get way beyond this. Oh, the bam, 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 another 2 to the stone. Okay, place a mayhem, sure. So he's out of cards. So that should definitely be doable. So, because we have 3 life, and we do have a Beyond the Grave, so this costs no mana. We have the Balang, deals 1 damage to all of his. We can probably do this, we can create a zombie here. Now first of all we need to take care that his stuff dies. How do we do that? Probably like this. Then we play a zombie here. What? Then we play yeah. Then we play Beyond the Grave. And then we can probably play either another Beyond the Grave. We can just do that next round. So probably her here. Okay, we could also just go for the stone. This threatens lethal and his guy won't be able to reach our stone. Yeah, so now we should just win, probably. Depending on his top deck, of course. Because it could be backstab, but then, I mean, that would be extremely unlucky. Seriously?
Good game.
Oh yeah, okay, he loses. Yeah, guys, easy game. Yeah, rank 1 cannot threaten us. Rank 1 is like here. Yeah, very good. So, he thought he could overrun us with his little dudes. Yeah, no. But we get only 1 stone for the big achievement. What an unfortunate thing. Yeah, that is this year with, we said something about Ratok Toskar, that's okay, that's like random. The Skaldi Skadi is really good. I mean, that's like super sick. Like you get really so much. You get 5/6 for 4 mana. That's half a mana better. Like if she survives, this is like +1. If she doesn't survive, okay, then it's still good. That was Sol. That like 2/3 range. Usually it costs, yeah, for 2 mana it would be good, but it also deals damage to all adjacent enemies. That's good. That's okay. That's okay. That is like whatever. Yeah, we didn't try out Yoki, and Freya was the AoE. And you see how effective the AoE is, right? So that was this deck. And what was with the Egyptians? Yeah, the Fist of God is good. Yeah, Inferno, we could just not make it work, seriously. It's like, this is good, but if you play against a zombie deck, then you have all these minions and they will just die. And that's kind of a little bit random. And then you have, yeah, you have Gap. Gap is really good. Yeah. Gap is like 500, that's really good. Tooth is also good if you have position annihilation. That's like super sick. Yeah, actually the Egyptian deck is also sick because you have annihilation. Doesn't it? Annihilation. Is it not annihilation? Annihilation, yeah. Annihilation, yeah, of course. Okay, so okay, I'm taking a look at the chat. So, checking a look. Take me to the store. Oh, Hand of the Gods. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's a Balang, interesting, okay. Yeah, so we can play the one or the other. I mean, let's see. We want to naturally play the strongest faction, by the way, yeah? So let's see. Ritual Strike, we said that's probably good. Yeah, because 0 mana is usually 1.5 damage and we get a little bit more of that. Humbats, Orgilix. So why are we even playing this deck? Naja, the Caprakan? I mean, okay, let's see. 2 mana 3/3 would be good, 3 mana 4 for 4 mana 5/5. 4/6 would be also good for 4 mana, 3/7. I think 3/7 is what we usually expect from 4 mana. And he's like 2/7. But at the same time, whenever your opponent plays a spell, he also made this big major blunder. But then he bam, he smashes the ground and even deals 2 damage to the enemy's core, which means if you put him on front, I mean, unless your opponent kills him, he will definitely deal damage to the core, not only a little bit, probably like 2 to 4 damage. And it will be very difficult for him to dodge this. This will create a lot of zombies, the gladiator, so he's definitely good in this deck, like definitely. So Raise the Grave, yeah, I mean it's good if you hit 2 zombies, but you can also create one. Specifically if you have the gladiator, you can always create one. Yeah, Musenkram, Cap, I don't know. Deploy 2 hives, interesting the hives, no? I mean 5/3 range is something 4 mana probably, 4 mana 5/5 or 4/4 range. Now he's 5/3 range, so we would naturally pay 4 mana for him, I think. I mean 5/3 are kind of ugly stats, so I'm not even sure whether we would pay 4 mana for 5/3 range. But we pay 1 mana to deploy 2 hives. And hive is a neutral card. And this is the hive. And the hive reads can be deployed anywhere on the battlefield. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to all adjacent units. If you place 1 hive, he will be able to dodge it by just placing his minions on the other part. Right? Yeah, kind of. His minions will be a little bit delayed probably, but it's not too much of an issue. But if you place 2 hives, no matter what he deploys, he will take damage. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Yeah. I'm not sure, I don't think it's OP or something, but let's see about the... Yeah. Let's see about the... Yeah, what those dudes are doing. Yeah, we probably went into the extended queue, I guess. Can that be? Because we didn't find the match in the extended queue? Probably. What do you mean ranking in here is a grindfest? I mean, it's as much a grindfest as it is in Hearthstone, right? I mean, the system is actually pretty very similar to Hearthstone. Yeah, I mean, you have 25 ranks and you get stars. I mean, stars. But yeah, so I mean, if this is a grindfest, Hearthstone, yeah, okay, Hearthstone is also grindfest. Yeah, okay, never mind. Probably this is also. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? I mean, if you want to rank high, you have to play. Easy as that. But in Hearthstone you get like stronger opponents when you get in higher ranks. I'm pretty sure they will do that as well. I don't think that... I'm pretty sure that they won't leave it like this. So it will probably be very similar to Hearthstone in this regard. So what did you say regarding this Steam thing? That, so what is this? Mostly positive, 72%, yeah? What are the guys saying? No, it's good. Seems to be positive. And as you can see, they are working on it, only improvements. Some played 100 hours. We can also go a little bit into negatives to see what's not good. Seems to be fun at the start. Okay, it seems that some complain about pay to win, but I didn't see that too much. If I understand it right, you basically, if you have 200 bucks worth of cards, you have pretty much everything. Oh, now we can try to do the one thing we had in mind. So that you basically say we create a zombie, then we play Bloodbond into Cabrakan, and Ritual Strike is basically supporting this strategy. So let's do this. Here's rank 20. So yeah, let's do this. So again, yeah, if I understand it right, if you have 200 bucks in cards, you are infinite, so you have all the cards. And in order to, and every hour of grind gives you around, every hour of play gives you around $1 or $2. Which means if you play the game around 100, 150 hours, you will have all cards. I think that's acceptable. I mean, compared to Hearthstone, that's like insanely acceptable. In Hearthstone, this is like 10 times worse. Okay. So, what we did is we created 2 zombies for 1 mana and the card, and at the same time we paid 2 mana so that we trade the zombie against the 2/3 cannon, which is pretty insanely good, I guess. So, yeah, pretty good. There is some Doomspeaker action going on here. And if we could now give all our zombies +4, +3, +3, the game would be over. 4/4, trading with this into 4/1. 4/4 hitting the stone. Pretty sick. Yeah. Okay. But since we cannot do that, we have 2 options. We can either play Hunbats. Hunbats will definitely become very, very quickly 3/3 because we will probably lose 2 zombies. So 3/3 or and deploy a zombie, or we play Monsieur Butchaka, yeah. Yeah, probably we play him here. The reason to play him here is that if you play him here, he cannot really block us here. So he cannot run with him here, so this guy can always go here. Unless if you would have put him here, he could have blocked us by running here, killing him, and then we could have not attacked. Yeah. But now he cannot. Okay, he could deploy something here. So what was it? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, actually it's wrong. He can also just walk here. Never mind. It's just wrong. He can block this anyways. But now next time will be Humbats and Avolix. Let's see about that. But yeah, the plus... Maybe we should have gone for +3/+3, but I was also naturally assuming that if we get the Ritual Strike, they support our tempo. And I'm pretty sure they will support our tempo. So yeah, that's pretty good. And cluck cluck. And then... Because this is also insanely strong in the offense. Because, I mean, what is he supposed to do about it? It just doesn't take damage. So as such, you could say this is like a 3/3. Your opponent cannot retaliate. Okay. So he silences it. We completely don't care. And yeah. What did he say about him? Olix? Yeah. It's like a 3/3. Your opponent cannot really retaliate. And there's a Harpy. This costs 6 mana. 6/5. Your opponent cannot retaliate, I think. And this is 3 mana, 3/3, no retaliation possibility, but it's more than 3/3. It's stronger than 3/3. So tick, probably here. And now, yeah, I already see about the ritual. Yeah, about the Blood Bond. I mean, now we might also lose Caprakan if we Blood Bond. So, yeah, that's really not that great. It's a very low chance, though. But I believe this is just better, right? So, let's move this here. Hitting this. Playing Olix here.
No matter how dark this world may
Playing
become,
this
no, you're not alone.
Probably. Why could this 1, 2, 3? Then I can take this. Put this here.
Listen to my
The Ritual Strike. This attacks here. Yeah, and we are full rush. We are full face rush. He still has 6 cards, but 6 cards are not very good if you're stoned at 0 life. So now we are really pushing it. And yeah, Caprakan. I mean, Caprakan doesn't even have an ability left, so whatever. Yeah, keep in mind that this is not really to be used. I mean, we will be able to use it, but I'm not sure. It's not exactly ideal. Ritual Strike is, yeah, it also doesn't cost mana, so from now on we will just spam our hero ability and at the same time apply a lot of pressure. If we can somehow utilize these cards in the hand, it will be extremely bad for us. So we should naturally just try. Whoa, first application of damage dodged! And now we can kill this, but trading 3/3 against 3/1 is not exactly appealing. Did he just move him in front? Boah, that was so expensive. So cool, but 2 mana away. He strikes back. And here, look at this Olix. Boom! Protected again. Oh, 9. Lol. 9, we have no drop for 6 mana. Are you kidding me? What? How can you not have a drop for 6 mana? Yeah, not having a drop for 6 mana is pretty unfortunate. But he's under pressure. 16 already, a little bit of damage on the board. Again, if you can utilize the 6 cards, we will always lose, right? So that's written in stone. But let's see what he does first. Okay, so he stuns us. Can live with that. Ooh, raise the grave. Yeah, but let's turn this into a zombie first. Zombie. And yeah, he's trying to dodge, but no. Zack. The stone is under siege. Still. He could do a rain of arrows, but keep in mind that all Lilix is pretty protected. Arrows pretty good because of 9 fire hello. For 8 mana. Now he could kill all Lilix. But we do have Beyond the Grave. Oh, he really tried to help me. The poor Oilix. She didn't do anything wrong. Wow, we have another decay. Hey, holy moly, yeah, you have to already... But nah, it's unreasonable. We of course do the Blood Bond. We of course do the Blood Bond. Oh, but if you do the Blood Bond, blah. And they will get stronger. We could also just decay it. But if we... okay. So Blood Bond is... Oh, Blood Bond into Raise the Grave is also so strong. But we can probably wait one more turn, and then we can Blood Bond into creating one more zombie into Blood Bond. That's probably even better. Yeah, that's probably even better. So let's do this. Boom! And then we can also do this here. Look at this. So. Oh, now we can do Rain of Arrows again, right? Rain of Arrows. Ooh. Ooh. Rain of Arrows is actually pretty strong. But we know that he can only play it twice. And he already played it one time. So Rain of Arrows... I mean, we can still react by playing... by playing Hero Power, Blood Bond, Raise the Grave. And maybe also Ritual Strike. So it wouldn't be completely bad. It wouldn't be completely bad. Yeah, or we could have just created all the 4/4s right away. That would have been probably better. Yeah, creating the 4/4s right away could have probably been better. Nah, because what did we have? We had like one. I mean, this and this we created. So we had 2 zombies on board, and the worst which I mean, let's say we play Blood Bond. Let's say we would have played Blood Bond. One zombie dies, but it replaces itself, and we get a 3rd zombie, and we can play Raise the Grave. So basically having what? So 1 zombie dies, we still have 3 zombies, and we basically buff 3 zombies. Okay, what did he do? 4 damage to all enemies in a column, but it was only 1 and 1, so that was not. Cannot take more than 3 damage from a single source. Yeah, we completely don't care. So let's do this. Yeah. So this has to be on the grave. He's under a lot of siege, I have to say. Or we might have moved this here so that this doesn't happen again, the 4 damage. Yeah, but it's fine. I think it should be fine. I mean, he's under a lot of siege. And for 6 mana we can kill a minion and create another zombie. Okay, pretty good. I'm still not exactly sold on the Blood Bond, honestly. I mean, kill a random friendly unit and an enemy unit and we get 2 zombies. So for 3 mana, so we basically overpay by 2 mana, and for that, so we need to set it up that he only has strong minions and our minions are on average 2 stats weaker. And only then it will be a good thing. But we will also have a little bit of zombies, so it might probably create a surplus. Yeah, that's probably not that bad. I'm really curious what he wants to do here. So... Yeah, let's always play 3 games and then see what's up. So that was also good. Hotfix, which hotfix? Ah, hotfix of Hearthstone, oh my god. Please, let's not talk about Hearthstone, it's really like pretty... yeah, I mean, come on, please, guys. If you haven't understood it yet. Okay. Oh, Gwent Tracker works again. Does it or not? So, we are playing. We are up. And we are playing against an Egyptian. And he's like a super duper skin. Yeah, we might think about X-Balank at some point. I mean, dealing 1 damage to all of our units might not be the greatest thing. And yes, we can take away the range of our opponent, but they are basically nearly never playing range if you if you took a short or closer look. So Gladiator, yes, no, we don't want him. He wishes us good luck. We spage him. No, we also want to wish him good luck, of course. I just didn't press the right button. Okay. So he's Egyptian, which means a 2 mana drop, but he can also play a 3 mana cat. Interesting. The cat might be a problem if you don't get Zombify. That is also why we mulliganed everything away. So what is with Humbats? Hey, Humbats, I'm not sure, guys. It's like, he seems not to do much if you don't have other stuff deployed on the board. So should we deploy it here? The zombie? I don't know, we can still draw the Zombify thing. But yeah. And they are really not doing anything here. So... yeah, double returted striking this, I don't know how good that is. But the thing is, whenever a friend is healed, he will never, I mean, does he even want to heal himself? I don't know. Double ritual strike seems to be like an overkill, but... yeah... yeah, let's just do it, guys, seriously. Or do you think, I mean... we could still do it later? So he will attack it, will probably not heal himself. I mean, what would he do for 3 mana? I mean, this is not even a threat. Whenever a friend is healed, game +1/+1. And it says 1/2 if he doesn't. And then this will gain movement. Or whatever, guys. I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. Oh nein! His stone also heals. Oh nein, I'm stupid. Oh nein. That was so bad. Oh nein, das war so schlecht. Hey, I forgot that the stone also heals. Oh man. That was pretty bad. I was thinking, huh? Ach, it's common. Oh, Bloodbond, that's really good. That's like insanely good, guys. War is that good, the Bloodbond. I even want that they are dying, so cool. Humbats. Oh, wait. We can do 2 damage, but if this dies, oh no, we need to move him 4 in front, otherwise the zombie won't be there. This. That's a blood bond. Blood bond! Wow, we got rid of the poison guy. Boah, that was so good. Well, if we now get the dude which creates like, which gives our zombies +3/+3, that would be great.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a slower play. And boom! Healing the stone for 1, we don't care. Oh blight, yeah, that is exactly what we need. So now 3 cats will spawn. And then we can kill the 3 cats. But honestly, we should probably even wait 1 more turn. Yeah, we should wait 1 more turn. No reason to hurry here. This will die and then there will also be another opponent, right? So really no reason to hurry. Yeah, this is bad in the offense, because if we are already in the front. Maybe our deck is completely not synergetic at all. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, Egyptians have that they can do row damage, yeah, so 3 rows, which means we should attack, we should attack, we should attack, and the zombie should not be here, because then he can deal damage to them, so this zombie should be here. Yeah, keep in mind that Egyptians also has Fire Dire. Fire Dire is 4 damage on everything, so he might go down the route 4 damage on everything. No, he doesn't. Okay. Okay, all elixir silence, we don't care.
I guess I'm going to have
And
to
this
get
will
my
poison a
hands
random
dirty
enemy.
again.
So now we can exactly do what we wanted.
Dirty from time to
So
time,
we
right?
can either trade this or we can ritual strike it, and then we can we should probably kill it, because but what if he deals 4 damage on everything on us? He would have done it now, right? It would have been unreasonable if he wouldn't have done it now. So what speaks for this one? Yeah, no, that we don't overcommit, right? I know what speaks for this one. It also speaks... No, let's do this. Oryx is poisoned, yeah, great. Okay. That was pretty unfortunate. He better has the flame strike, but the flame strike I have to yeah, he would have done it last round. Like there's, I mean, that would have been ingenuity if he would have not done it last round. So yeah, here's standard stuff. Oh, what did he just do? Did he heal in an area? No. To all friends and... Ah yeah, okay, but this grows with him. Sure. And maybe we could get like something where the zombies get +3/+3, because we have like 9 zombies on the board. So maybe what a blight, ba 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 bam, poison, ba 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 ba, poison, gone, 3/2 poison cat, ba 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 bam, and then ba 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 ba, the 2/3, ba 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 ba, and that would have been already good enough. That would have already been good enough. But despite ba 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 ba, then these 3 cats, and that was completely over, and then we get all the zombies. It's pretty amazing. Whoa! Such a badass. So, yeah, we probably want to kill this so that we are not AoE build. Suck. We are playing this like this so that we don't play. I mean, we are playing a little bit into Ra here. There's one minion who roots 3 in a row, so he could root this, this, and this. Oh, for you, giant! Oh wow! Damage. A fire giant says goodbye, but his fire aims don't say goodbye. So much is certain. He is still surrounded here. Oh! Thunder, and he heals himself again. Deal 2 damage. Okay, that's good. So yeah, let's do this. Again, we don't want to walk into the Ra or whatever that is. Yeah, he says good game. Okay. What? Ah, nein, I pressed the wrong button. Damn. Is it also a habit in this game that you say good game and don't surrender then? Yeah, okay. It seems that this is a habit in every game. Okay, so... What is this? Is this... Oh, okay. We can target anything we want, so we could have also killed this one. But that's fair. So he plays Gap. We see Gap and Sark assassinate. The zombies are happy. The zombies are very happy. Shappy. Happy, shappy. Okay, so already beginning to learn. How long have we played? Because I wanted to make an hour after, break after 1 hour, something. Yeah, okay. So let's take a look at the chat. Oh, we are already ranked 22. Very good. So maybe one more of this and then we might take a look at the other deck types. Yeah. It seems our deck is hugely counter-synergetic. But we always draw the right cards. What reads every comment, answer none of the questions? Which questions? What's your opinion on the game so far? I think it's exactly what it is. A hybrid between Hearthstone and Duelist. And yeah, I think it's definitely better than Hearthstone because you can just 3D your stuff. So I wouldn't see why you would like to play Hearthstone if you can play Hearthstone with 3D minions on the board. Yeah, so that's... I mean, you see it yourself, right? I mean, we play the cards, everything is very similar to Hearthstone. The ranking system is similar to Hearthstone. The free-to-play experience is probably better than in Hearthstone. And then, what else? Yeah, and then you don't only play your cards on the board and go face all the time, but you can deploy your minions where you want. Yeah, so that's already better. And yeah, and then it's not always pure face because the Summoning Stone has 25 life, which is 5 life higher than in Hearthstone. Now, is it? In Hearthstone you have what, 30 life or something? Yeah, but you get the point, right? You cannot just go face all the time, because if you go face all the time, he gets the better trades, and then he completely owns you and snowboards you against the wall. So you cannot just do what you would do otherwise. Okay, now he is probably 3 mana dude. Or what is it? Oh, he's Egyptian. So this will be 3 mana, will be maybe the cat. So we don't want to play 2 mana and then... Oh, the cat. Yeah, the cat would be pretty ugly. Yeah, but we cannot play this because we don't have curve then. So let's do this. The cat, you say. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, let him do his thing. But if he doesn't play the cat, maybe he plays a poison thing. Then we have already a better thing. So whatever. Whenever a friend is healed... What is this? Whenever a friend is healed, draw a card. Yeah, so that is what I meant. So what we can do now is... Now we can really sacrifice this for this. This is super good. Nothing is being healed here. So what we did is we basically paid 1 mana in the card to get 2 zombies. And for 2 mana we basically annihilated the one guy. The 1/4. And annihilating the one guy for 3 mana without a card is pretty good. So this is 4 mana 1/4, which is complete rubbish. But deals 1 damage to all other units, then heal all friendlies for 1. But in this case it was only the Summoning Stone what he healed. But the 1 damage was pretty annoying for us, that's true. So, oh, now we can do the thing with the hives if we would like to. But then we basically break the curve. So would we like to do that? Or we have also the option to go Caprakan, then moving Caprakan here and I always wanted to do that. Yeah, probably. And also not breaking curve because of Fire Giant. So let's do this. Bam! Karababa Karakatkan. Bam! Now we will see. Okay. Zack, zack. 999. But before he dies. No, he doesn't do anything. Whoa, he goes into the offense. Okay, wie dreist ist das? Wie dreist ist das? So, okay. Ja, we definitely don't decay this guy. Wie dreist ist denn das? Jetzt geht er in die Offense, ja klar. Okay. Now we will... Oh, yeah, look at this. Wow, and this is exactly how he comes. Hive Party! This is the Hive Party! Yeah, here and here, my friend. This is the Hive Party. Yeah, and suddenly no offense. Suddenly back to business, yeah? Yeah, here, Hive Party. Oh nein, nicht Anubis. Hey, Anubis ist so die Bombe. Hey, Anubis ist so die Bombe. Anubis is like the super mega, super duper. Yeah? We played 4 mana, we played 5 mana in the card, but it's actually 4 mana in the card. And he counters the 4 mana in the card, pays 2 more mana for 5/5 range. He should usually pay 5 more mana for that. So this is like 3 mana too good. But whatever, what can you do? Hey, he's still in the offense, so... Oh, the hives, come on. Bam. Okay. But we do have the hives, and that's good. So what we can do now is... I mean, this is range, we need to kill it. We cannot do this. We don't do this, we cannot do this. And yeah, it's obvious that it's Zombify, right? But I'm just checking the options. Because we could also, but then we break the coin into Fire Giant. We could also coin Sibalang, take away the range, do this, create a zombie, but then this attacks. So I think it's just decay. Decay! It's actually not even good, right? Yeah. Naja, because the zombie gets killed by the hive, so we basically killed it for 6 mana. And that was 6 mana, and yeah, okay, that's nonsense because he doesn't need to do that. 6 mana in the card we paid, and this range is probably worth 4 mana in the card, but it's probably 5 mana in the card because it's also his turn to act. So now he has 4/7. He killed a hive for 7 mana. It's like super duper expensive. 4/7 is badass.
Time to shine, Suku.
Yeah, I put him here, so if I see it right, we protect Oilix by this. The Blade Master didn't even heal, he was just 7 mana in the card, 4/7 charge. That's like super bad, right? 7 mana, 4/7 charge is like ultra bad. I mean, yes, he could kill a Hive, but who cares? I mean, like, whatever. So since he plays all the legendaries, I just naturally assume that he also has any healation, yeah. So, but this doesn't have. So we can attack now Blade Master with her. This is not too bad. We can take away range. We do have a bomb. This Fire Giant. Oh, 9. Whenever a friendly is healed, it deals 2 damage to all in the row. So for example, this guy as well. But yeah. We can take away the range. Okay, this. Okay, so that was that. Suck! This is very good if unchecked, if not checked. Yeah, we have only low value cards. This will be a problem. Probably just play the both Warm Butses. I'm probably playing this. All enemies on the can only attack a melee range. Yeah, okay, that's good. We deploy a zombie. Where is it? Deploy him somewhere here. Because we do have Warm Butts. We should definitely strike something like this. Okay, so that's good. We are still in the row, right? Yeah, cannot be helped, right? Yeah, probably not. So that's this. It's not too bad, whatever. Yeah. Okay. We did this, we did everything, okay. Oilix! What a shield. Yeah, okay, he does this. Yeah, and then he heals, and then here, then these two. Yeah, it's very strong. Ra is also very strong. Oh, 9. Oh, that's so strong. Wow. Oh my god, that's so sick. Yeah, if this is one time active, like, it's completely over. The poor Huan Batsus. Yeah. 9. Oh, 9. Oh. Oh, okay, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Yeah, there's 2 damage in the row. Maybe I should have not put them next to each other. I mean, they would have been. I think 2 minions died, right? So that would have been 4 to reach anything on the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not everything on the battlefield, but a lot on the battlefield. So I heard something about global range, and global range is not exactly great for us. So yeah. It's just not good. Yeah, what's happening here? But it's not completely over because we still have Zombify. So maybe I should have not even played him. Maybe I should have not even played this dude. Because now he can heal. This takes damage. Yeah. But I guess it's also that if you don't draw Zombify now, I would just not see it. Because it's actually pretty. Yeah.
Let's show you the power of magic.
9 wasn't a Zombify. Hey, okay, we will have. I will do 1 more and then Zombify. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I mean, they also do have Afterlife now, right? So it might be problematic, but yeah. How many cards do we have? 12. Hmm.
Oh, yes.
Okay, guys, if you could just get this zombie fight, that would be. I guess it gets to the point where Zombify might not be enough any longer. Because they have Afterlife. Yeah, okay, never mind. Ah, here, look. This is also applauding. Yeah, I go into a quick break. 5-10 minutes. We are climbing. It's a One Direction train, guys. But I'm taking a look at the chat first. What? Dudino says, thank you for creating the best Skelliger deck which leads you to 4K for the first time. Yeah, my pleasure. I hope you like it. I really spent a lot of time trying on this Skelliger, or thinking about this Skelliger. Yeah, exactly. Depending on what god you are playing against, you need to place minions in a strategic way. Whether I think Salad Haze is asking, do I think in the current game economy that this game is a worthy investment? For whom? For the Smite creators, or for whom? Or for the players, or what? Okay, guys. See you after the break. Yeah, so welcome back. And yeah, let's just jump directly into the action, should we, or what? I mean, let's talk about it again. So we do have ritual strikes, and they are really good, yeah. Yeah, we already said it. They're Humbats, I don't know. I mean, 2 mana 3/3, I would rather take a 2 mana 3/3 than a 2 mana 2/3 with movement. You cannot even deploy him as a 2-drop. Oilix is like awful, kind of. Bloodbond is bad, unless you do the exact opening. That's like kind of meh. He is also kind of okay-ish, but not more. This is good, yeah, sure. Raise the Grave, also a little bit conditional. This guy, yeah, I mean, it was not too bad, but also not too good. This is also not great. Whenever another friendly dies, spawn a tornado on random. So I think if it happens per turn one time, okay. Blight is the bomb. Blight is like the Uber bomb. This is okay-ish. So I don't even know. It seems that whatever. Seriously, it's really whatever. So this is, I mean, Fist of the Gods is also kind of nice. It's really nice. Yeah, the Infernal Cannon, I mean, like, what the heck. The Marksman, yeah. Yeah, Sobek. Sobek is, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're really like okay-ish. What is this? Yeah, the Marksman, I mean, holy moly, busted it, yeah, okay, not too bad for curve. I mean, if you want to play, let's say, OP Annihilation, I mean, this is also completely nuts. Anubis is completely nuts. Annihilation is complete nuts. So Isis is like just completely greedy, and Book of the Dead is also completely greedy. So the way how we play it, I don't know. I mean, if we could get some 2-drops, that would be good. Some 2-drops which you can deploy, because otherwise you cannot do anything turn 2. And that is probably also the reason why we played the famous Fire Cannon. This counts as healing, yeah. Yeah, no. So we would really like to have some 2 mana stuff, but there is none. So that was probably the reason why we played the Fire Cannon. What else? It's 2 mana, 2 damage. I guess the Fire Cannon, yeah, that was probably the reason for it. Yeah, or we played the mean line, but he is also kind of very debatable. Now we have how many 2-drops? Sobek, Marksman, and Inferno Cannon. We could maybe go with, I mean, if you say 25 cards and we draw, if you have first strike, we draw 3, we can mulligan all 3 of them, which we probably will if you don't have a 2-drop. So we have 6 cards, so if you play 4 2-drops, then that would usually be average 1. I don't think we need 2 Inferno Cannons. We can probably play 5 2-drops and that's fine then. We could play White Tiger. I mean, White Tiger is also 2/3 at the end of the day. If you are first, then if you get 2/3, that's also debatably bad. Inferno Cannon is debatably bad too. It's like 2 mana 2/3 standard. Yeah, 2/3 range. That would be good. Yeah, knocks enemies back is like whatever. That's completely irrelevant. But they will probably need to attack us because we are basically staying behind, and yeah, maybe we can also really just try to. It's probably better than the other stuff, and it's probably not. Probably if you have 5 2-drops, that's good enough. What I'm simply saying is they will need to attack our base, not the other way around, because we are just standing behind and have utility, and if they don't go in and attack our base, we just win. Inferno Cannon is good in this regard. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Let's just play. Yeah, well, I would play the game in my free time if I would not be sponsored. While probably sometimes, but not that much, of course. Probably, yeah, I guess from time to time. Not that often. But I would have definitely given it a try, yeah, that's for sure. For me, it's too similar to Hearthstone that I would play it that much, because as you know, I also don't like Hearthstone because of the snowball mechanics. And I also see some... Okay, for me it's about the game length. And I think the games are deciding too quickly, for my taste. Yeah. So and that's also why I'm playing Gwent, because the games are not being decided that quick. Yeah. But if you're enjoying fast-paced action and blinky, I would probably play this instead of Hearthstone, yes. Balance of the classes. It seems some classes are stronger than others. But not as OP or as completely unbalanced as people say it is. I don't see that. I think you can get very high ranked with any of the classes. There's not one class where you could say, hey, it's completely bad. Bellona is so fun because she displaces so much. Yeah, maybe we could give her a try as well. I mean, I think yeah, every class can be fun. So like, I mean, we also tested all of them. I think there were maybe one or two classes I would not play from the 6. Okay, he is Rush. He's Face Rush. So we will try to... Okay, we have First Strike, we already have this, but we definitely don't need these against Face Rush. So this is why you need the 2-drop. Specifically if you play 8 and 9 drops. But what I can definitely tell you is that we will never lose the value game. So much I can assure. The value game will always be ours. With 8, 8, 9, oh my god. Hopefully he plays a warrior and rushes us. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hopefully he plays a warrior here and rushes the stone. No, he doesn't. Damn. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit ambitious to play with. Naja. So... And now he deals 3 damage or what? Ach, the Inferno Cannon. So what we can do is we can give him... We can either play the Inferno Cannon. I mean, they will move... They cannot even shoot, yeah? So we could move this in front and attack one of these. And then we could heal us. So basically giving him 2 life. How good is that? How bad is that? Or we could also just play an Inferno Cannon. That's the other possibility. If we play the Inferno Cannon, we should place it here so that we can also heal it at the same time. Yeah. I mean, if we heal now, we can basically heal and Inferno Cannon next round. And if we play Inferno Cannon now, we have nothing to do. So probably we should really do this. It's also a range unit. If you can kill a range unit, we definitely gain. So that's not too bad. And at the same time, we also make, of course, use of his passive. So that's not too bad. Naja, it's not too good either. But I mean, it's actually really not too... Ooh, okay, that was not a problem. It's not too bad either. I mean, at the end of the day, we basically played a 2-4 for 2 mana, which is very good. Yes, the heal was not very good, but it was at least +1/+1. What I'm telling you is that, yeah, that was okay. 2 mana for +1/+1, that's a normal hero power, and 2-4, which farmed his units, was actually pretty good. Second, Serket. I think Serket, 1-2. Serket is fine. I mean, obviously we could also play the Inferno Cannon and heal, which would stay mana effective, but healing the Storm for 1 is like, yeah, no, that's not. And poisoning enemy units is also not that insane, but... Yeah. I mean, the Inferno Cannon is also so bad, honestly. But yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to get my hands
It's actually really bad because you can just move Invincibility to it and then it cannot hit anymore. So the Inferno Cannon is really complete rubbish. Maybe we should really just take her out. Because they can just move Invincibility to Ken and then it cannot even... yeah. What? Oh, no, he cannot, yeah. I just wanted to say. Circuit. Very good if your opponent has minions on the board, because she will always be able to poison something. Oh, keep also in mind that we might also draw 4 mana Resurrect, and then we would have really liked to have Circuit. Yeah, he can charge this in, but then he also doesn't attack the stone, so that's good. And boom! Poison! The 1/1 range, that's probably worth 2 mana, and that's really good for us. And Neith, yeah, she's just 4/4. Yeah, what can you do? Bam, at least he dies. Yeah, Neith, yeah. In the defense, not exactly great. At least she has kind of taunt. Which is not the worst. Yeah, this is... I would probably not play Isis. Isis is a completely win more. What is this? For 3 mana, discover a Norse god against +2/+0. Okay, we don't care. He got Ratatoskal. Yeah, we don't care. It's for 3. Whatever. Good! Bastard. Yeah, she will be good. So let's play her here. And the Inferno Cannon, yeah, let's play it here. Out of reasons mentioned. So we are in the defense, as you can see, and the Inferno Cannon will help us. Bastard! Once we get to 8 mana, guys, I'm telling you, yeah, and then we will see what's happening. The Busted Cats. Yeah, the Inferno Cannon here, it's debatable, of course. Yeah, it's debatable. Why would he play this in the Rush deck? This is a control card. Why would he play the control card in the Rush deck? The Marksman. We are very sad. We are very sad here. Yeah. Again, we will never run out of cards, so that is certainty. I know that he can now attack this, but since he gets range anyways, and what should we do? Yeah, it's just how things are. I like this attacking this more than attacking this. Because Fire Giant is not even a go. Yeah. Or we would have needed her last round, then she could now wreak havoc. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, okay, let's do the Fire Giant. Oh, bam, bam, bam. Like this, and now his utility is gone. No big range, my friend. Just gone. Whoa, Fire Giant! And wait until the Book of Death appears, guys. Book of the Dead. I'm reading a book. The Book of the Dead. And now he goes control elements. What? Why would he go control elements now? We'll read the Book of the Dead. He now has with this +2/+2 per round. +2/+2 with this. No, we should definitely not do that. Oh my god. What? No, okay. He goes here. Oh yeah. Just going here and then Book of the Dead, right? We could give him Afterlife, but that's nonsense. Book of the Bomb! Yeah, but it's not. What is it? 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 13 instead of 13 instead of 11. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was not too bad. It was definitely not too bad. 1, 2, 3. This cannot attack this. Yeah, because the death, my friend. Oh, he's big. Oh. Okay, coercion was complete rubbish. Again, this doesn't grow because, yeah. Nein. Inferno can into Afterlife. Okay, we need to kill this. This. Inferno can. Man, oh man, oh man. I mean, maybe we could have. What? We have the 3 cats. Hey, 9. Hey, okay. Ah, we only got 2 cats, it seems. Six. Coercion last card, okay. So he's out of cards now. Oh, 9, our summoning stone. Our summoning stone, guys. Okay. And this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, mine. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So it's that game then, yeah? Yeah, probably. No, wait, do we have global range? No. What is the best we can do? We can place him here. I mean, what should we do, right? We can place this here, we can heal the column. But it doesn't help, I think. This is also blocking us off a little bit. 1, 2, 3. We could have moved with this. Naja, okay. We could have probably... Yeah, we cannot even attack this. This is like, yeah, okay. We could, no, it has Afterlife, right? Yeah, okay. So this is basically blocking also off. Yeah, so that's not good. Yeah, okay, then let me just use our stone. Okay. Yeah, we also didn't get, I mean, there was one card which could have saved us, and that would have been the Annihilation. So if we would have gotten any Annihilation, we would have won. But yeah. So yeah, the Inferno cannon is like the rubbish of the rubbish. I mean, it's like seriously bad. So let's, I mean, like really bad. So let's take a look what we can play instead. Thunder. Yeah.
Is it? Very well. Dirty shan't spare my brethren a little education.
What's this? Solar Sanctum. Anur, okay.
I guess to get my hands dirty again. Not that I mind being a little dirty from time to time.
Yeah, maybe Capri is not too bad. Let's see. So Capri is 4 mana 1/4. We would usually expect. I mean, that's like 2.5, and you would expect 2.5 more. But if he deals 1 damage to 2 units, to 3 units, it's break even, right? Now, if he deals to 2 units, I mean, he still heals all friendlies for 1, so it's probably okay to play it. Last breath. Not a fan of that card.
I bring the light itself, and I will use it to protect the innocent. Let us do this.
Oh yeah, there's of course execution. We could play execution. It's probably a good idea. So maybe. Oh, but the 4 mana, of course, we need Capri. Look at the curve. Without Capri, we don't have curve. We also wanted to take out the Isis, right? I mean, how good is she really? 4/4 and 4/4 a range attack is 4 mana, and we pay 4 more to give certain afterlives. Yeah, the way how I see it is that if you have minions on the board in this deck, you win anyways. If you at the start of your turn, yeah, if you have this at the start, I mean, just let's take a look at the minions. So if you have this at the start of your turn, you probably are in a good shape. If you have this, you're in good shape. Yeah, it might not be for Capri, but if Neath is at the beginning of your turn on the board, you just win. It's the same with Tooth, so it just completely win more. Yeah. What is with the Fire Giant? 5/8, that would be probably 5 mana. Yeah, 5 mana at 5/8 would be very good. And then we pay 3 more for 4 damage. Yeah, that's very good. So yeah, Isis is really like, yeah, complete broke back. But what is about our gods? Yeah, sure. The Isis is like just not good.
Let us do this
I
by
mean,
the book.
Here the animation is really good. But other than that, and maybe just one execute instead. Yeah, it could also not be that we couldn't react on what he did. Okay. Ach ja, the Gwent Hearthstone controversy, like always. Nein, it's pretty simple. Gwent is of course way better than Hearthstone, and this game also, yeah. And sure, I mean Gwent is probably even dominatingly better. Like I've really rarely heard somebody trying out Gwent and going back to Hearthstone. Like very rarely. The only one who did that I would know of would be Noxious. And yeah, I mean, I think he's doing it for the viewer numbers maybe. But other than that, I mean that might be of course a reason, yeah, but other than that, I've specifically like competitive players I've never seen like say yeah, no, let's get. Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't even get Anubis. Yeah, root. Bam! Anubis would have also done it. Okay. So he's doing nothing. And we could already play Circuit. But then we wouldn't have a next mana drop. Is it a problem? Well, if we play a 2/2 now. So if we play Circuit, we attack. So probably nothing, which makes me very sad, but I mean, what could we do? Unless we say, hey, we will probably draw something. Yeah, probably. It's just that it's floating 2 mana is kind of very weird. I mean, yeah, you could argue that if you don't draw anything, we will float 3 mana next round, and you're right about that. And if he does this, yeah, this is what I'm saying. No, but what I also see is that we want to get a second out for the Ritual Tribute, so that we can actually, with the Ritual Tribute, we basically gain the God back for +2/+2, so it's already +1 mana if you play this, and then we just play it down the curve into a book for a finish. And if he really does the Sunder, it doesn't matter, because then we know that he didn't have utilization for 2 mana last round, so if he didn't top deck, oh, rank 18, if he didn't top deck, and if you play Sunder, he also won't be able to play anything else. So that's pretty cool for us. And Sunder also cost him a card, you know? So I mean, it's not that cheap. Yeah, we either will be able to sacrifice Busted into Ritual Tribute, or we will just Tribute. These are the 2 options. Okay, so he's doing nothing again. And now we have 2 options. We can either do this, it's very good, or we can play Sobek into no heal. Let's do this. Question mark, but we already know what's up. Boom, Circuit.
I shan't spare my brethren a little education.
We have to check out because of any annihilation. I mean, it looks very fishy what he's doing there. So let's see what's up. Yeah, because pathing with 4 mana, and what could that be? Chaos Spawn. Silence, an enemy. Never mind. Unreasonable roleplay. And boom, Sunder. That was completely wrong, because now we can trade the cats into this. So why did he do that? Yeah, okay, I mean, the silence, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. The only mana effective play is obviously this guy, and I don't see this application. Fortunately, we only played. Do we play it twice or once? We played once, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could just trade everything into this. I think because of Flame Strike, like any annihilation, I would like to do that. Let's do this. So now we can think about whether we would like to save the cat with 1/2. Like we give his 3 health and then it trades, so this is 1/2. Or whether we would like to have 2 more healths on this. 3 more healths actually. Ooh, 3 more healths. That's actually pretty good, right? Yeah. Yeah, because we don't want her to die, because she also poisons an enemy once she dies. And it's also about the heal. So if this takes damage now, we will be able to heal her, and that's very important. Anubis! Wow! The Mega Dude appears. And because we placed him here, we can now not attack, so we should have placed it probably here. Okay, root means it's rooted, but it can still attack, which means we should not root this, because then it just stays there and attacks this. But what is certain is if he attacks here, okay, he will just be able to attack this, right? Okay. Yeah, we just play Need, probably. Here, probably. Anubis is such a bad dude. I mean, badly good, that is. Badly good. So, no, this dies. Anubis is like mega strong. So, and then heal other friendlies for 1. Or maybe we should have not dealt damage to that, but I mean, it's already so low.
I guess I'm going to have to get my hands dirty from time to time, mind you.
So if we deal damage to this guy, we will be able to have global range. And then we can also play Capri to kill this. And then we can heal again, or what? No, wait. Now we can play this guy. Ah, okay, I see. So we go here and attack this. No, wait. Okay, so she will poison. So we want to have played this guy there so that this can get poisoned. Yeah, and we also want to play Capri so that it can get poisoned or not. Well, that is not so, because we also want that he grows from Capri. So we should do this now. Hope that she doesn't get poisoned. That would be really unfortunate, but this gets poisoned. Okay, that's fair. Next thing we do is we play this guy into heal. Was das hier? Oh wow, okay, I see. What? This is what it does. Aha, okay, so he deals 1 damage and then he okay, I misunderstood him. I mean, if this is the case, okay, we would have still played it the same or not? If this is the case, if this is the case, no. If this is the case, we would have just played this guy as well, so that this also has a chance to get poisoned. This guy, I mean, but yeah, whatever. We really have a problem getting our heal online. What the heck, guys? What the heck? We just don't get our heal online. Tooth. This is this. He can still play annihilation. Probably just Anubis, huh? She goes here. Oh, 4 damage. We cannot heal, right? Yeah. Boy, she's so good. Yes. Boom! Boom! 4 damage every turn. Zack, zack, zack. Global range. Oh, Scarab, so it comes back for 5/8. I see. Oh, he also has knees. We cannot get the heal online, guys. It nearly tilts me a little bit. So 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. Book of the Death is probably overcommitting. So probably this. Capri, yeah. Okay. Naya. And an execution, of course. We don't want to take the 4, so. Yeah! He's under siege, guys. And Anubis. Anubis is completely OP. Now he's under 8 range damage. He's like pew pew. And the summoning so 19. But you see, it's a lot of life, right? I mean, 19 is really a lot. Ugh. I wished we would have had the ability to heal something. Das kann doch gar nicht sein. Hey. Hey man, it's so depressing that we cannot heal anything. Actually, we might now be able to. Yeah, let's do that.
Let us do this by the book.
Yeah, with this we also don't overcommit. We don't want to overcommit into something like any annihilation, so sure. Oh, I see.
Very well. I shan't spare my brethren a little education.
Let us do this by the book.
Who's poisoned? Tooth. Yeah, great.
Going to have to get my hands dirty again. Not that I mind a little dirty from time to time, mind you.
Deals 1 damage first, what? Then heal all friendlies 4. Okay, and this will probably die then. So what should we do first? We could also just play Book of the Death at some point. 1, 2, zack, zack, zack. Nine. Hey, it's poison, guys. Yeah, probably. Yeah, my friend. That's right. That's exactly right, yeah. The Book of the Dead. Okay. Very good. We fought pretty hard for this victory, I have to say. So what can we say? We are 22 again, okay. So what can we say? We can say that we play Capri twice. Oh no, that's okay. No, is it okay? What about Capri? So we said it's like 2.5, 2.5. So we are paying 2.5 for what? That he deals 1 damage to all other units, then heal all friendlies for 1. Which basically means that if we say 2.5, we pay 2.5, we would like to deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. And he's doing, yeah, pretty much this. Because on average, our opponent will probably have 3 minions. But he's doing much more than that. He's also doing super mega heal. And then heal all friendlies for 1. I mean, that's like insanely strong, right? Because we have dudes which do 2 damage, 2 to row damage if we heal. And if we, for example, play this with the dude on the board, we can probably shoot 4 to 6 damage with him. Or the dude, the small dude, can grow a lot and stuff like this. So actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't think that we can cut the marksman. I mean, maybe we could. But then we would need to play something else. Or can we really just say, okay, we forget about the curve and we just don't play for 2 mana stuff? What? You play JJ again? Lol. And now Noxus is not even playing Hearthstone anymore. Yeah, of course not, because you cannot take it. Once you quit Hearthstone and got a little bit distance from the game, you realize how bad it is. So. Who is what? He is Zeus. And we are second to act. We have Curve. Did I keep the Marksman? While I guess, as being our only heavenly agility, yeah, sure. So, the Marksman, guys, he will appear because he is snowballing, so let's do this. They are only snowballing if you can also heal them. Discover I got for 2 mana. I don't like this card. I think 2 mana in the card to get another card. I mean, you're basically paying 2 mana and a card to get another card. So you basically increase your card quality by a little bit for 2 mana. And you don't even know what this card is. What is this? 7 mana. So he thinks he will get there, yeah? To 7. No, not Judgment. Oh, don't judge me. Oh, Capri. Is it ever worth to play double Sobek into Capri to push tempo? Because this is definitely not good with him not having minions on the board. So we can either do that, which is perfectly fine, but double Sobek into Capri. What is this? We heal 2 friendly minions then. So they will go to 3-5. But he also needs to deploy some stuff, right? I mean, they will be 3-5, but do we care? Because we also commit ourselves to Capri. With him not having minions on the board, of course. What was the 7 mana card even? But whatever. Or we just play Curve. But if you have 2 3-5s, I mean, he will be very sad, right? Let's just go with the guts. They also don't have. They only have. They are gods Sobeks, and they only have AOE against non-gods. So that should be good. Yeah, and if he really doesn't play anything suitable, we can still go for busted. We bust 1 mana then, but whatever. And what if he plays now 2 minions? Then it's obviously better. 4 mana to kill the poor dude. The poor guys. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, not Capri now, of course.
Oh, yes.
So he now goes to 6 mana, so even also busted 1 mana. Draw 2 random gods from your deck for 2 mana. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think it's good.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
3 mana. Yeah, that was also whatever. Yeah, now we can heal that guy. It's pretty good, right? We can heal that guy and then we can still hit this. So let's do this. We need to hit it twice though. It's still fair because we even want to get rid of the cat. So let's do this. And this time we will spawn cats. Boom! 3 cats. I wonder what happens with Capri and the cats. That's like synergy par excellence again. And what is with this? I mean, whenever a friendly is healed, so if we play this dies, or how does it work? Deal 1 damage to all other units, then heal all friendlies for 1. We will try it out. We will let 1 cat alive, because I want to know whether it just dies. So we 1 cat alive, just to know whether it works or not. Judgment! Whenever a friendly got enters the battlefield. Yeah, okay. So it seems that we probably won't leave a cat alive because we need to kill this, of course. Because otherwise it snowballs, yeah.
Let us do this by the book.
Tooth. This is also so good. It now shoots 4 damage. Oh, he played Thor for 7 mana, but the thing is, I mean, he's only yeah, so what we do is we probably play Capri and this is so sick. This is so sick, guys.
I guess I'm going to have to get
Boom! And heal and boom, boom, boom. This is the retaliation. Oh man. I mean, he might be stunned, but yeah, the Thor, I mean, that was a nice try with Thor, but no. Thor is gone. And it's funny because this class really doesn't have any AoE. So you can just completely spam the board. I mean, in this regard, you might even say that this class is probably very, very weak. Because they don't have curve. And they also don't have AoE, which means you just spam them and they just die. And you don't even need to worry because you know that you can just completely spam them. Okay, now I want to see with the cats. So yeah, let's attack this first. I mean, you might say that this is AoE, but this is no real AoE, right? So whatever. And okay. Yeah, I guess you can, like Zeus. I mean, really talking about the classes, he's probably... We will take a look at the class once we reach. Now let's play one more, and then we might. I think 1/4, like the dude which grows, is also good. In combination with the 4 mana, guys. Ah, 20 Hearthstone discussion. It's obviously complete obvious. Like, it's really super obvious. Yeah, there is nothing to be gained from playing Hearthstone, and there is some point where it becomes incredibly boring. And once people are basically swapping over into anything else which is hyped, people will just leave Hearthstone immediately because there's nothing which keeps them. Like, the only thing which keeps them is the complete overpriced card collection, which they paid a lot of money for and grinded a lot of hours, and that's why they don't want to accept the sunken costs. But once, let's say, a lot of people start playing something else, You will just not look fast enough how many people will leave Hearthstone, yeah, because it's like, of course, if your friends are still playing Hearthstone, obviously you play Hearthstone, yeah. But once your friends are suddenly playing something else, or let's put it in this way: the moment it looks stupid to play Hearthstone, nobody will play that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, once people begin to make fun of you because you're playing Hearthstone, it's not there yet, but it goes into this direction. Yeah, it goes really into this direction. So this is that. But for now, we will just see, because obviously, it's also, what is this? Is this a rush deck or is this Zeus? Oh, it's a rush deck. Oh, against the rush deck, these are insane. So, and this is rubbish. So let's do coin this into this for superpower. Wow, we have like everything. Coin into this, blocking his entire rush ability. Into this, blocking his entire rush ability even more. Into ritual, completely closing down his rush ability. Into Neath after we seize the board into GG. Yeah. So let's see whether we will be fast enough. But I believe so. Because they are insanely good. Not even Sobek. We play what we planned. Sobek is nonsense. We go here. This cannot be killed, but it can definitely kill these. And 2 mana 1, he basically created 1 tempo for 2 mana, which is like super weak, right? Attack deal damage to all the target and all enemy adjacent. Okay, fair enough. So that means we go here. No, that means we go here and then we deploy on top. Yeah. I know what you think. You think that if this shoots this, then it will also deal damage to this. But then this can counteract against this. So, yeah. If this goes here, 1, 2, 3, and then we will be able to counteract against it. Discover an Omen. I hate these Discover cards. I think they are way too expensive. Oh. He silenced it. He cannot even kill. Oh, what a pity. Oh no, actually. No? What? Oh, 9. Oh, hey. Yeah, we should. Huh? What? Okay, let. I mean, we only played 1 god, right? And that's the 4/4. So what he can do is he can move. Okay, okay, that was. Okay, 9. He can move here and kill it without being. We should have kept this in the back. We should have kept this in the back. So what now? Hey, dieses Scheißviech, das muss doch mal sterben irgendwann mal. 1, 2, 3. Zack, zack, zack. What is it even worth to deal 2 damage to this? It's not even worth. Okay, it's worth that we can kill it with any kind of cat. And is that good or not? He could kill this. Nah, so yeah. For 2 mana, right? Crippling Curse, okay. Hey, dieses Vieh hier. Hey, wir werden. Okay, wir werden. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's play it like this. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, he's also level 19, guys. So that's pretty interesting. Ah, now if he plays for 6 mana, his super bomb. Ah, but like Freya, but it's whatever. You can't. I mean, yes, he can have Freya, but as we could also have our Flame Strike at some point, so it's probably whatever. But what is probably not whatever is I might have wanted to put this here. No, then he could have attacked it. That's probably not good. With this we have very good control, because we play this and he needs to kill this, and he probably won't be able to, and that will be his undoing. Oh, Anubis. Oh, I should probably play Anubis, it's so good. Oh, 9, hey, oh, but oh, we can kill Sol with this. Yeah, it's probably good, because 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. So we could play this, and then we can also play Anubis. Or we heal, but if we, or we can also, yeah, we can do everything. We can also do these two and heal, that's probably better. What is this AoE? We should need to take a look at the deck list, but I don't want to waste our Anubis here. I think Anubis might be stronger later, so let's... But is this a problem? Maybe this is a problem. I mean, we can also play Anubis here, I think. I think it's fair. So this basically goes here. And then Anubis here. And that is the end of Sol. And now he will be able to kill this, but I mean it's pretty rough. Yeah, Anubis also here. That will be very... Was? Ich hab noch eine Katze! Ich hab noch eine Katze! Ich hab noch eine Katze! Hey, oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Oh nein, nein, nein! What is he doing now? That's like really bad.
Let us do this by the book.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, once we are on board, my friend. What is this? Crippling touch. Oh yeah, crippling touch, sure. But Anubis.
Father, who's the best destroyer of gods? You are, yes you are, yes you are.
Hey, always this face, yeah? Oh, we got Gap. Oh my god, that is so OP everything. So let's see, we can shoot something for free. So let's do this. Third powerhouse, mega powerhouse. We just spam him with the power, guys. Just completely spam him with the power. Anubis. So was? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have to block this duty. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is 5 damage to the stone, which means at this point, I think it's only important not to get eaten.
I guess I'm going to have to get my hands dirty again. Not that I mind being a little dirty.
He can
from
choose.
Time, mind you.
But for that, we protected the stone. I think it's fine. Ach so, was? Ach lol. Ah, okay, never mind. I didn't know that. Ach lol. Attack? Okay, lol. Oh, the 2-4, nein. Tja, Monsieur Rank 19. No, give us the points. We are just camping now here. Now we have healing every turn. And he's like, no, and this will eat him alive. Everything will eat him. No, that's not it. That's definitely not it. And there is no card, there are no cards. It's like a rush deck. Does he really think that he can still face rush us? I mean, our Summoning Stone is still at 21. 20. Fair. Yeah, I mean, there's Freya or what? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we should not over. I mean, there is actually nothing. I think we can check out which classes do have AoE and which classes don't. Probably this is also a class which doesn't have access to AoE, but we will see about that. So yeah. Yeah, let's go to level 21 and then take a look at the classes. What's this? Okay. That is definitely better, this Daggers, than the skeleton thing, because the skeleton thing only spawns if you kill the enemy. What is this? Let's just do a little bit here. Fist of the Gods. But yeah, he's under siege. But he's trying. Victory. Oh, yeah, at level 21. Okay, so, very good. So let's take a look at the classes and make a class overview. But first I will take a look at the chat. Okay, so let's take a look at the decks. So, long story short, you have 6 classes. And yeah, let's just delete everything and then take a short look. Or maybe... Do we have the 6 classes here? Yes, we do have the 6 classes here. So we have Zeus. And Zeus is... Oh, maybe... Okay, let's just do it. Like this. So, or... No, probably... Let's just do it like this. Okay, so first of all you have Nuva. And Nuva is basically using a lot of Crescent Blades for 2 mana. You can basically 1 damage for 2 mana. But you can also get a Crescent Blade and reduce its cost by 1 until end of turn. So that's basically for free, but if you keep it in the hand, as a card in the hand, it's 1 mana, deal 1 damage. And that's obviously not good. Yeah, so Crescent Blade, you would never play that standalone. So I mean, this card is really good. There's like 2/1. For 2 mana you basically bounce a minion, and usually minions need to be paid 3 or 4 mana to be deployed. So that can be really insane for tempo, and then you might also be able to overrun your opponent in some ways. We have this god, and the one god is basically dealing damage to all enemies, like the one we just witnessed, and this is dealing damage to 1 additional random enemy, so that seems not that great. I think we took a look at it and we decided that it's maybe not the best. I mean, we don't know what demon bags are and stuff. Oh yeah, here. Deal 0 damage. This spell gains 1 damage for each enemy unit that dies while you have Zhong Kui in play. Naja.
Oh, I suppose this is another fine day.
You basically have the possibility to convert your Crescent Blades, but even if you have this guy online, it's still not good.
Our deed shall be written in legend.
Plays really 1 damage to all enemy units. I mean, that's good, but you pay also a lot for that. I mean, compared with the AoE of the other guys, it's actually not even that great. And this is ridiculous in combination, like compared to the AoE of the other ones. And this is an animal form. Yeah, it looks underwhelming, so this would be a class I would probably not play. Then we do have Ra. I mean, we just checked out Ra, so I won't talk too much about that. We will also probably play more gameplay with it, but I think it's just very strong. And maybe we can talk about it shortly. So we have Fist of the Gods. That's just also very good if you want to attack and you fear retaliation, so that the enemy strikes back. You can just stun it. And it doesn't even cost anything. It costs 1 mana and cycles you to good cards. And you have 2 super mega hyper bombs in this deck. I mean, Book of the Dead might also be like a good finisher, but it's not this hyper bomb. But hyper bomb are annihilation, deal 4 damage to all enemies, that's ridiculously strong. And you have Anubis, which is like completely through the roof. Like they are like completely through the roof. And if you can cycle to them, it's very good. You have a little bit of curve. I mean, they are not. It's like whatever average. But they can defend your base insanely good against 1/1s. And there are 2 classes which spawn you with 1/1s. The zombie class and what we just witnessed. And against those classes, he's mega hyper good. Because you play him, he has 3 health already. So even if they trade him right away, he plays like 2 mana 3/3. And that's a perfect defensive tool you want to have and you need. And if they ignore him, you can just trade 1. And then you can heal, giving him +2 health every time you heal. And you also heal your stone at the same time. And Busted is also very good because she has like 3 mana 5/5 stats. So as a defensive tool, extremely strong. And Capri, well, against a deck with a lot of 1/1s, he's just doing everything. Against a zombie deck, he's just killing all zombies. That's pretty good in my book. Even this, I mean, because you can play it in curve after you played the Worm God, Sobek, and Busted Sackhead. So this is usually +1 mana in the early game. Execute is whatever, that's average, but Gap is also really good because you can choose whether you want to buff a minion or even your stone, you also get a healing effect. Neith is whatever, but if you compare this with the neutral giant, she's obviously good, but I would not say that she's OP. But she forces your opponent to take action, so if there is a standstill, she just wins. And Tooth is really good because you can combine him with healing effects in a very nice way, so he's also very strong. Annihilation OP, Anubis completely through the roof. So, and Book of the Dead's nice finisher. So it seems that Egyptians has it all. Zeus, I think Zeus has the problem that he just doesn't have AoE, so you can just overrun him and you don't need to care. There are a lot of underwhelming minions. Aphrodite is good if you have board, but because you don't have early game, you won't have board. Poseidon is also not good. Thanatos is also kind of meh. Arachna is like one of the ones who's really good, but yeah. That's, I mean, not really good. She's just good, so not even that great. There's Divine Vengeance, which deals 4 damage to all non-gods. That's the only AoE, but because every class basically plays a lot of gods. Yeah. Athena is good, but yeah, you can play around her. And this is only good if you have already board or position, which you won't have. And Phantom Grass is a card that's a legendary of Zeus, but which is very good if your opponent plays into it. But if he's not stupid, he will just play around it. So I would think that Zeus is like one of the weakest. And yeah, then we have Apuch. Yeah, this is also something we played. It's basically this deck. You can have really bursty beginnings. So if you're going first, you can 2 mana zombie. If he plays a minion, then you can Blood Bond into zombie and probably GG into Raise the Grave if your opponent doesn't have the answer. Ritual Strike is alright. Humbats wasn't. Oleg is also like of meh. That was meh. Sabrakhan can be good. Gladiator can be good. Yeah. This is Blight is really good. But I mean, if you compare this to the Egyptians, if you say Blight is a little bit stronger than Annihilation, the Egyptian deck is just better than this deck is. Yeah. The only thing which this deck can do is for 2 mana utilize a zombie, whereas this can obviously, if they don't have a 2 mana deploy, they can do nothing. So in this regard, this deck is, yeah. The hero power might be a little bit better, but I don't even know because later the hero power of this is also better. Is it? Yeah, probably. So Odin. Yeah, we talked about Odin. I mean, the hero power of Odin is really good, like really good. Just compared with the skeleton hero power. I mean, the hero power of Odin is basically they also have charge. Yeah, and you can hit right away, and they can also move 3 and not only 1. So that's really good. But other than that, yeah, they have some good stuff. I mean, Skadi, if you're already the offense is insanely strong, like really insanely, like very, very good. Saul, if you're already in the offense, is good. Ymir, if you're already in the offense, is alright. Freya is the bomb, of course. comparable to Annihilation and Zombify. So in this regard, every class has their 6 mana OP ultra card. Just that the Egyptians, that Egypt has like 2 of them. And Loki, I mean, I don't know. He has stealth, so he can't be attacked and can teleport up to 3 tiles away when attacking. What does it mean? Does it mean that he comes into play? You cannot target him because he's stealth, can't be directly targeted by enemies the turn it spawns, and then it runs to the front and deals 6 damage, and then you teleport away, or what? We might want to try him out. Naja, like that you hit and you don't get retaliation because you're gone. So in this regard it would be 5 mana 6 damage and you get a 6/3 minion. I mean, that would be really good as well. So if he really does this, you could play it. If he doesn't do it, then it's probably not very wise to play that. And then we have Bellona. And it seemed that the cards are not highest. I mean, Mercury is insanely strong. We tried him out. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, he's just very good. 3 mana 3/3, deals 3 damage. That's a plus 1 mana better than he should be, and it's like 3 mana. So it's like also very nice in curve. So that's like really strong. The Rain of Arrows is the AoE of this class. You can basically deal 2 damage to all other units if you want to say so, because you can just select the area you want, which is not being targeted. And 3 mana 2 damage. It's not Annihilation, but it's also very strong, I guess. Oh, she was also very strong.
Brings us together today.
This was also good. That's alright, I guess. That is also very good because you can, or good because you can utilize the enemy cannons. It's probably also alright.
This world and I share many things. Most important, the will to survive.
Yeah, but long story short, they don't have this OP card, right? Or what? How is it? That's like alright. That's like alright. It just, I mean, okay, is this the OP card? Nah, yeah.
There is a soulmate out there for all of us.
I guess it's just quite good in average. They don't have the OP card, for that they have like 2 times Rain of Arrows, which is quite good. This is very good, so it's just a solid class without specifically one ultra. Oh, okay, she also, there's also Nox.
This battlefield.
She's alright as well. Yeah. So yeah, there are basically no OP cards in this class, or not super mega OP cards like in other classes, but the average card strength is just very strong. So that is this. So long story short, you can basically not play, I would say Zeus and Nuva. Nuva I don't know, but Zeus is definitely unplayable and probably the weakest faction. And then we have these 4 factions, which are all playable. Okay. With Nuva you go 2 Blade Forge and then you get a blade for every minion you play. Yeah. I see. Okay. Poseidon is broken. I don't think so. Once you play Poseidon, you're probably already half dead. Loki looks so much different from Marvel Loki. Well, Loki is the god of deception, so I guess he can look like whatever. Loki just can't be blocked. Ah, okay, he can just teleport him. Yeah, good. Naja. Naja. So it's basically 6 more range. Like 6 more damage reach. 6 more reach. Yeah, Venus is super strong, yeah. Bellona doesn't has this OP cards, but they have a really strong hero. Okay, yeah, tricky. Yeah, it's true. What? This game has Venus and also Aphrodite. Yeah, I mean they are the same goddess, but it's like a different mythology. The one is the Roman mythology and the other one is the Greek mythology. So they just have different names. Yeah. It's like Ares and Thor. It's like Zeus and Odin. Whom else? Yeah, I mean the pair of gods, right? Which are just named different for the same thing. Good. So, bashing another one, yeah. We reached 21. Maybe we should call it quits and go some Gwent. Yeah, it's also more than time for the break again. So yeah, I will do that, guys. I will check out and we go some more Gwented later. So see you afterwards. I hope you enjoyed it, and like always, yeah.